Namaskar Vidyarthi Mitro. So this is our 14th lecture on simple harmonic motion or oscillation, in which we will discuss few more examples. So look at this. At what distance is the kinetic energy of a particle performing SHM of amplitude of SHM is given 20 centimeter. It becomes 3 times its potential energy. Means we have to find out x. At what distance means we have to find out what? X, at which kinetic energy is equal to 3 times its potential energy. Now kinetic energy is equal to 3 times potential energy. But what is the formula for kinetic energy? Formula for kinetic energy is half k into a square minus of x square, and 3 times, what is the formula for potential energy? It is half of k into x square. So this is 1 by 2k on two sides get cancelled, and we are having a square minus x square is equal to 3x square, or a square is equal to 3x square plus x square, because this minus x square on other side it becomes plus x square, so this is equal to 4x square, or x square is equal to a square divided by 4. Therefore x is equal to plus minus a divided by 2. But the amplitude is given 20 centimeter, therefore x is equal to plus minus 20 divided by 2, or that x is equal to plus or minus 10 centimeter. Now the second question. Most of the time there was a problem in board that a clock is regulated by seconds pendulum keeps the correct time. Then later on during the summer, length of seconds pendulum increases to 1.01. Then how much time will the clock will gain or lose in one day? Remember, time period of simple pendulum, it is 2 pi under root of L divided by G. When length increases, time increases, and there is a loss in time. So during the summer, when length increases, then the time period of what? Then the time period of seconds pendulum will also increases. So the new time of seconds pendulum during the summer, it is 2 into 3.14 into under root of length is given as 1.01 upon G is 9.8, or it is equal to 6.28 into under root of 1.01 upon 9.8, and if you calculate this, it is quite simple calculation, so it comes to be 2.017 seconds. So the time period of seconds pendulum during the summer, it is more than that of what? 2 seconds. Means there must be a loss in time. That pendulum, there must be a loss in time in 2 seconds is equal to 2.017 minus the original time period of seconds pendulum, it is 2. So loss in time in 2 seconds, it is 0.017 second. 0.017 second. Therefore 2 सेकंदामध्ये एवढा टाइमचा लॉस होता है. So what is the loss in time in 1 second? Loss in time in every 1 second is equal to half of loss in time in 2 seconds, that is 0.0085 seconds. So therefore the total loss in time in every 1 day is equal to loss in time in 1 second, that is 0.0085 into how many seconds are there in 1 day? 24 hours into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. And if you just calculate it, that calculation, see here, 36 into 20, 3600 into 24 into 0.0085, and if you just calculate it, it comes to be 734.4 seconds. 734.4 seconds. Now find the change in length of seconds pendulum. If the acceleration due to gravity changes from 9.65 to 9.83. Now length of seconds pendulum is always equal to, L is equal to G divided by what? Pi square. L is equal to G divided by pi square. Since here G1 is equal to 9.65 meter per second square, G2 is equal to 9.83 meter per second square, as G2 is greater than G1, it means L2 is greater than L1. And we have to find out change in length means delta L, which is equal to L2 minus L1, which is equal to G2 upon pi square minus G1 upon pi square, or change in length L2 minus L1 is equal to G2 minus G1 divided by pi square, or G2 9.83 minus of 9.65 divided by pi square means it is 9.89. Now this difference 83 minus 65, how much it is? 65 means 75, 85. So 0.018 divided by, not 0.018, it is 0.18 divided by 9.89. And if you just calculate this change in length, then that 0.18 upon 9.89, it comes to be 0.01826. 0.01826. That much meter. 0.01826 meter. 0.01826 meter. Now again quite simple examples. A simple pendulum complete 10 oscillation in 25 seconds. Means what is the time period of simple pendulum? It is equal to 25 divided by 10 seconds. Pendulum completes what? 10 oscillation in 25 seconds. So number of oscillation or the time required for one oscillation is 25 divided by 10. Now another simple pendulum completes 11 oscillation in the same time. So the time for one oscillation of second pendulum, it is 25 divided by 11 second. Now they are just performing oscillation at the same place. It means acceleration due to gravity for both the pendulum is same, that is g. And as time period, now we have to compare the ratio of their length. Compare the length of two pendulum. Now time period of simple pendulum t equal to 2 pi under root of L divided by g. As g for the two pendulums are same, that is constant, it means this t is 2 pi is constant, g is constant, it means t is proportional to root L. Therefore t1 divided by t2 is equal to under root of L1 divided by L2, or t1 square upon t2 square is equal to L1 by L2. t1 square, t1 is what? 25 divided by 10 whole square upon 25 divided by 11 whole square is equal to L1 by L2. Now I will take square, and this 25 by 10 into 11 by 25 whole square is equal to L1 by L2. This 25 get cancelled with this 25, and 11 by 10. 11 by 10 means it is 1.1 and it's square. Therefore L1 by L2, it must be equal to 1.21. That is the ratio of length of two pendulum. It is 1.21. Now the second one is again quite easy, quite simple. That show that the average velocity of particle performing SHM in one complete oscillation is given by formula 2a omega upon pi. Or sometimes it may be asked that show that the average velocity of particle performing SHM in one oscillation is 2 by 5 into maximum speed. So here I have shown that particle is performing SHM along the path Mn of length 2a, means OM or MO, length is A, ON or NO, length is A. Now V average, that is average speed or average velocity of particle, is equal to what you can say, total distance covered by the particle in what? One oscillation. Total distance covered in one oscillation divided by what? Total time taken for one oscillation. Total time taken for one oscillation. Total time taken for one oscillation. Now what is the average distance covered? See here. If I say particle start from O, it moves from O to A, distance A, M to A, distance A, O to N, distance A, and N to A, distance A. So the total distance covered is A plus A plus A plus A divided by, we know the time taken by a particle to complete one oscillation is called its periodic time and is given by T. or this is equal to 4a divided by t. This is the average speed of particle performing linear system. But we know that the time period of particle performing linear system t is equal to 2 pi by omega. Put this value of time t, we will get the average speed of particle is equal to 4a divided by. Now in place of time we can write 2 pi divided by omega, or it is 4a into omega divided by 2 pi, and here 2 2s are 4. So finally we will get average speed is equal to 2 into a omega divided by pi. But as Vmax is equal to a omega, therefore one can also say that V average is equal to 2 divided by pi into maximum speed of particle performing a section. Now the last problem here. A particle performs simple harmonic motion of period t is equal to 12 seconds. Amplitude is equal to 8 centimeter. If initially particle is at positive extreme position, when particle is initially at positive extreme position, then the displacement of particle is given by what? X is equal to a cos of omega t, not a sin of omega t. Now how much time will it take to cover a distance of 6 centimeter? Particle starts from extreme position and it will cover a distance of 6 centimeter. It reaches to this point. Means what is the displacement of that particle from mean position? It is 8. 8 is what? Amplitude. 8 minus 6 means 2. Means here we can say when particle covers a distance of 6 centimeter, its displacement from mean position is 8 minus 6, that is equal to 2 centimeter. Now as t is equal to 12 seconds, therefore omega, which is equal to 2 pi by t, equal to 2 pi by 12 is equal to pi by 6. Now put this value, we will get x is equal to, now what is the value of x? X is 2 is equal to amplitude a, it is 8 sine, not sine, 8 cos of omega t. Omega is what? Pi by 6 into time interval t. Now this 2 by 8, here 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8, and it is 1 by 4. That 1 by 4 means 0.25 is equal to cos of pi by 6 into t. Taking cos inverse on both the sides, so cos inverse of 0.25 is equal to cos of pi by 6 into t. Cos of pi by 6 into t. Now here cos inverse of pi by 6 into t. Cos inverse of pi by 6 into time interval t. Now find out the value of cos inverse of 0.25. What is cos inverse of 0.25? Then you can find it as cos inverse of 0.25. It is found to be equal to 75 degree and 31 minute. 75 degree and 31 minute is equal to pi t divided by 6. Since here cos inverse of cos function, they will nullify the effect of each other. Again we know that 1 degree equal to 60 minute equal to pi by 180 radian. हा फॉर्म्युला मरुस्तर तुम्हाला विसरायचं नाही. Don't forget this formula. 1 degree equal to 60 minute equal to pi by 180 radian. So here pi t divided by 6 is given to you. Now you can convert this 75 degree 31 minute means 75 degree into. Now I will convert minute into what? Degree, just by dividing it by 60. So that is equal to pi t divided by 6. So this is total degree. So this is 75.52 degree, and that is equal to pi t divided by 6. Now you can convert degree into radian. So 75.52 into pi by 180 is equal to pi t divided by 6. This pi on two sides get cancelled. 6 1s are 6 and here it is 30. Therefore, you will get time t is equal to 75.52 divided by 30. 75.52 divided by 30, and if you calculate that ratio 75.52 divided by 30, it comes to be 2.517. So time t equal to 2.517 second. 2.517 7 seconds. Now again, these are some important examples. The velocity of particle performing SHM V1 is equal to 12 centimeter per second and V2 is equal to 13 centimeter per second. When it is at 13 centimeter means x1 is equal to 13 centimeter and x2 is equal to 12 centimeter from the mean position respectively. Find the amplitude and period of SHM. What is V equal to? Omega under root of a square minus of x square. So V1 is equal to omega under root of a square minus x1 square. V2 is equal to omega under root of a square minus of x2 square. So this omega get cancelled with omega. So V1 by V2 equal to under root of a square minus x1 square upon a square minus x2 square. V1 is what? Or we can say V1 square upon V2 square is equal to a square minus x1 square upon a square minus of x2 square. A square minus of x2 square. Now put the value of V1 and V2. So it is 12 square upon 13 square is equal to a square minus of 13 square upon a square minus of 12 square. Now cross multiply this. So you will get 12 square into a square minus 12 square into 12 square is equal to, now cross multiply, 13 square into a square minus 13 square into 13 square. Now collect the terms of 13 square a square and 12 square a square to this side. So this is 13 square a square minus of 12 square a square, and to this side here minus of 13 square into 13 square means this 13 square into 13 square. So it is 13 raised to 4. 13 raised to what? 4 minus 12 square into 12 square is 12 raised to 4. Now this can be written as 13 square and its square minus of 12 square and its square is equal to 13 square is what? 13 square into a square minus of 12 square into a square. Now a square minus b square is a minus b into a plus b. So this is a minus b, 169 minus of 144. 169 minus of 144 is what? 25 into 169 plus 144 is 313, and that is equal to, again here, 13a whole square minus 12a whole square. 13a whole square means a minus b. 13a minus 12a into 13a plus 12a, that is 25a. Difference and addition. So 25 into 313 is equal to this 13a minus 12a is a into 25a. Now this 25 on two sides get cancelled. A square is equal to 313. Therefore a is equal to, if you calculate the value of a, when a square is equal to 313, then the corresponding value of a is 17.69. 17.69 meter. Not meter, it's centimeter. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate amplitude and period. Amplitude is 17.69. Now we have to find out the period of SHM. To find out the period of SHM, we may try to find out first omega. That is V1 is equal to omega under root of a square minus of x1 square. Or V1 square is equal to omega square into a square minus of x1 square. What is the value of V1? 12. So 12 square is equal to omega square in bracket. Now the value of a square is 313. 313 minus of x1. x1 is what? 13. And what is square of 13? 169. So 144 is equal to omega square into 144. 313 minus 169 it is 144. So this 144 all two sides get cancelled. So omega square is equal to 1 or omega is equal to 1 radian per second. Now to find out the time period, t is equal to 2 pi by omega. T is equal to what? 2 pi by omega, that is 2 pi divided by 1, or it is 2 into 3.142, or it is 6.284 second. Time period t is equal to 6.284 second. Now the another example, a suspended light spring is stretched by 5 centimeter. Here there is a spring to one of the end of a spring. When a mass of, here we will correct, a mass of 0.5 kg. As soon as mass of 0.5 kg is suspended, the spring undergoes an extension of 5 centimeter. Extension of what? 5 centimeter means F is equal to K into X, and F, which is the weight of a spring. What is weight of spring? W, which is F, is equal to M into G. Mass of spring is what? Mass of spring is 0.5 into acceleration due to gravity is 9.8. So this is 4.9 Newton. This is a force acting on a spring. Now force or weight of that block. Now to find out the force constant, see here, to the free end, if the mass is pulled down further through 3 centimeter. Now before that, F is equal to Kx. If that mass is pulled down through a distance of what? 3 centimeter, means amplitude of vibration is what? 3. So F is equal to Kx. Initially, when a mass of 0.5 kg is attached, what is the extension produced in a spring? 5 centimeter. So F is 4.9 is equal to K into that distance is 0.05 meter. So therefore K is equal to 4.9 divided by 0.05. So that becomes equal to 98 Newton. Now the spring constant is 98 Newton and the force F is equal to 4.9 Newton. Now what we have to find out? The time period, and second thing we have to find out frequency, and lastly we have to find out the velocity. Now to find out the time period or to find out the frequency or a velocity, what we will find? The formula for time period of particle performing SHM, T is equal to 2 pi under root of m divided by k, which is equal to, T is equal to 2 pi under root of m divided by k, or it is equal to 2 into 3.142 into under root of mass of a block, it is 0.5 divided by the value of k we had obtained, that is equal to 98, or it is equal to 6.28 into under root of 0.5 upon 98. 0.5 upon 98, and if you just calculate this time interval, then that time period t, it is found to be equal to 0.449 seconds. 0.449 seconds. Now the second physical quantity, it is the frequency. Frequency N is equal to 1 by T, reciprocal of time period. So that is equal to 1 upon 0.449. And what is the reciprocal of 0.449? Reciprocal of 0.449, it is 2.227. 2.227 Hertz. So frequency N is equal to 2.227. Now we have to find out velocity at mean position. At mean position, velocity is maximum, and that maximum velocity is given by formula Vmax is equal to A omega. Now what is the amplitude? Because once that block is suspended, initially it undergoes extension of 5 centimeter. Then that block is pulled down through 3 centimeter, means A is equal to 3 centimeter. So 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter into omega. Omega is equal to 2 pi divided by T, or it is 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 2 into 3.142 divided by the time period of oscillation, it is 0.449. 0.449, and if you just calculate the velocity of a particle then that velocity of particle is found to be 0.42 meter per second. 0.42 meter per second. And the last and the important example, a particle perform linear SHM of amplitude. Amplitude of particle performing SHM is 8 centimeter. Time period t is equal to 4 seconds. Therefore, omega, which is equal to 2 pi divided by t, equal to 2 pi divided by what? 4, or it is equal to pi by 2 radian per second, omega. Find the time taken by it to describe a distance of 2 centimeter from positive extreme position. Suppose particle is performing linear SHM along the straight line path MN of length 2a. Of length what? 2a. And it was given that find the time taken. Here amplitude of SHM is given as what? 8 centimeter. Means this distance is 8 centimeter from O to M. Now we have to find out the time taken by that particle to describe a distance of 2 centimeter from positive extreme position. Means that particle undergoes 2 centimeter displacement from extreme position. So what is the displacement of particle from mean position? It is 6 centimeter. Means here x is equal to 6 centimeter. X is equal to what? 6 centimeter. And particle starts its journey from positive extreme position. When particle perform SHM starting from positive extreme position, then the displacement of particle is given by x is equal to a cos of omega t. X is equal to a cos of omega t. So 6 into 10 raised to minus 2. 6 centimeter means 6 into 10 raised to minus 2 equal to. Here amplitude A. Amplitude is what? Instead of small a, you may write capital A. So amplitude A is 8 centimeter. So 8 into 10 raised to minus 2 into cos of. Here omega is pi by 2 into that time interval t. That t we want to find out. Now this 10 raised to minus 2 on two sides get cancelled. And 6 divided by 8, it means 6 divided by 8 means it is 3 divided by 4 equal to 0.75 is equal to cos of pi t divided by 2. Cos of pi t divided by 2, or taking cos inverse on both the sides. So cos inverse of 0.75 is equal to cos inverse of pi t divided by 2. Now the value of cos inverse of 0.75, what we have to find out? Value of cos inverse of 0.75, it was found to be 41 degree and 25 minute is equal to pi t divided by 2. Cos inverse of cos, they will cancel the effect of each other, leaving behind angle only, that is pi t divided by 2. Remember, 1 degree is equal to 60 minute is equal to pi by 180 radian. Now we can convert this into what? First into degree, then in minute, and lastly in radian. So 41 degree, now 25 divided by 60. 25 divided by 60 is equal to pi t divided by 2. Pi t divided by 2. So this is 41 degree. 25 divided by 60, 41 degree, 41.42 degree. 41.42 degree is equal to pi t divided by 2. Now we can convert this angle which is in degree into what? Radian, multiplying it by pi by 180 radian. So 41.42 upon 41.42 into pi divided by 180 is equal to pi t divided by 2. These 2 ones are 2 and 2 90s are, this pi get cancelled with time. So time t is equal to 41.42 divided by 90. 41.42 divided by 90. And if you just calculate that time comes to be 0.46 seconds. Time t is equal to 0.46 seconds. So this is all about these 3 important examples. Now see here, the displacement of particle performing SHM is given by x is equal to 6 sine 3 pi t plus 5 pi by 6 meter. Now x is equal to 6 sine of 3 pi t plus 5 pi by 6 this much meter. What we have to calculate? Amplitude, frequency and phase constant, which is also known as initial phase or epoch. Now comparing this equation with the standard equation which represent displacement of particle performing SHM, x is equal to a sine of omega t plus phi. X is equal to a sine of omega t plus phi. So on comparison, this implies that amplitude A is equal to 6 meter. Number one. Number two, omega is equal to, what omega is equal to? See here, this on comparison, omega is equal to 3 pi, but omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Therefore, t is equal to 2 pi by omega, which is equal to 2 pi by 3 pi. This pi get cancelled with pi, so it is 2 by 3 second. So time period t is equal to 2 by 3 second. And the last one, phase difference. As far as initial phase is concerned, initial phase is phi, and that phi here is equal to 5 pi divided by 6 radian. 5 pi divided by 6 radian. Now the next question, that the displacement of particle performing SHM are given by this equation. X is equal to 5 sin pi t plus 12 sin pi t plus pi by 2. As we know that this is the resultant of 2 SHM, and resultant of 2 SHM, x is equal to x1 plus x2. So here x1 is equal to 5 sin of pi t and x2 is equal to 12 sin of pi t divided pi t plus pi by 2. So we are having the two separate equations for two different SHM. Now we have to find out the amplitude of resultant motion, and second thing, period and initial phase of SHM. Means we have to find out r equal to question mark, then we have to find out the time period t, and finally initial phase delta equal to question mark. To find out the resultant of or resultant amplitude, r is equal to, what is that formula for resultant amplitude of single particle performing 2 SHM? It is a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 into cos of phi 1 minus of phi 2. Cos of phi 1 minus phi 2. Now x1 is equal to a1 sine of omega t. x1 is equal to what? a1 sine of omega t. So a1 is equal to phi. Omega is equal to pi. x2 is equal to a2 sine of omega t plus phi. a2 sine of omega t plus phi 2. Here phi 1 is equal to 0 because nothing is there. So a2 is equal to 12. a2 is equal to 12 and phi 2 is equal to pi by 2. Now from this you can find the value of r, that r is equal to a1 square, means it is 5 square, a2 square 12 square plus 2a1 means 2 into 5 into 12 a2 into cos of phi 1 minus phi 2 or phi 2 minus phi 1. What is the difference? Is pi by 2. Pi by 2 minus 0. What is cos pi by 2? Cos pi by 2 is 0. Therefore r is equal to under root of 5 square is 25 plus 12 square, it is 144 plus this entire term, it is 0. So 25 plus 144 is 169 and square root of 169 is 13. So this is 13 meter if it is expressed in what? Meter. Now the next amplitude has been calculated, already calculated. Then we have to find out the time period t. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t is equal to 2 pi. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. But what is the value of omega? Omega here is equal to what? Omega is equal to pi. So therefore pi is equal to 2 pi by t. Therefore t is equal to 2 pi by pi, or it is equal to 2 seconds. So second term is also calculated. And the last one, the initial phase of resultant SHM. Delta is equal to tan inverse of a1 sin phi 1. a1 sin of phi 1 plus a2 sin of phi 2 upon a1 cos of phi 1 plus a2 cos of phi 2. Now you know the value of phi 1, phi 2, a1, a2. So delta is equal to tan inverse of a1 is what? 5 into sine of 0 plus A2 means 12 into sine of 0 upon 5 into cos of 0 plus 12 into cos of 0. Now sine 0 is 0. Sine 0 is 0. Here 5 into sine of 0 plus 12 into sine of pi by 2. 5 into cos of 0 plus 12 into cos of pi by 2, because that second displacement has phase angle of pi by 2. So this is equal to tan inverse of, now 5 into sine 0, sine 0 is 0, so this is 0 plus 12 into sine 90 is 1. You always remember that curve of sine and cosine wave. Here sine 0, 0, cos 0, 1. So 0 plus 12 upon 5 into, what is cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. So 5 into 1 plus 12 into, what is cos pi by 2? It is 0. So 12 into 0. So that is equal to tan inverse of 12 divided by 5. That is tan inverse of 5 it is 2.4. So if you just calculate tan inverse of 2.4, then that tan inverse of 2.4, tan inverse of 2.4, it comes to be 67 degree and 23 minutes. 67 degree and 23 minutes. 67 degree and 23 minutes. And the last one, again we are given two parallel SHM, x1, x2, x1 equal to a1 sin omega t plus phi 1. So if I just compare this equation with general expression, x is equal to a sin of omega t plus phi. A1 is equal to, from this A1 is equal to 10, omega is equal to 8 pi, and phi 1 is equal to pi by 6. And from the second one, A2 is equal to 20, A2 is equal to what? 20, and phi 2 is equal to 0. Again omega is 8 pi. Find the resultant amplitude and phase of SHM. Resultant amplitude is R. Resultant amplitude of two SHM performed by same particle. R is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 into cos of phi 1 minus of phi 2. Or this is equal to under root of A1 square 10 square plus 20 square plus 2 into 10 into 20 into cos of pi by 6 minus 0. Pi by 6 cos of pi by 6. Or this is under root of 10 square plus 20 square plus 2 into 10 into 20. So 2 into 20, 40 into 10 means it is 400 into cos of pi by 6, 180 by 6 means cos 30. Cos 30 means sin 60. Sin 60 means root 3 by 2 means it is 0.8660. And if you calculate that square root, then that square root of r, it is equal to, square root of r is found to be 29.1 meter. R is found to be 29.1 meter. Then we have to find out the initial phase delta. Delta is equal to, initial phase means it is the initial phase of two SHM performed by same particle. Delta equal to tan inverse of A1 sin of phi 1 plus A2 sin of phi 2 upon A1 cos of phi 1 plus A2 cos of phi 2, or it is equal to tan inverse of, now A1 it is 10 sin of pi by 6 plus A2 20 cos of 0 upon A1 10 cos of pi by 6 plus A2 20 cos of 20, here is sin, 20 sin of 0, and here is cos of 0. Now what is sin 0? 0. So this term it becomes 0. This term it becomes 0. And what is cos 0? It is 1. Cos 0 is 1. So this is equal to tan inverse of 10 into sin of pi by 6. 180 by 6 means 30. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. So 10 into 1 by 2. 10 into 1 by 2 plus 0 upon 10 into cos 30. It is what? Cos 30 is 0.8660. Cos 30 means sin 60. Sin 60 means root 3 by 2. So 10 into 0.8660 plus 20 into cos 0 is 1. So that becomes equal to tan inverse of 5 divided by this 20 plus 8.6 means it is 28.66. And if you calculate that fraction or that ratio it comes to be 0.1745. So this is tan inverse of 0.1745. And in natural tangent, if you just calculate the value of tan inverse of 0.1745, it is found to be 9 degree and 54 minute. So delta, that is the initial phase of 2 SHM, it is 9 degree and that of 54 minute. 9 degree and that of 54 minute.